Alright, hello everybody, my name is Dalton Runlinger, and welcome back to Sailwind. I have something up on my second monitor that I need to get out of the way. Thank you very much. So yeah, it's a little late in the evening for me to be recording now, but I got a comment that kind of inspired me to start recording, even though it's fairly late for me. And it had to do with this trade book in here. Now, before I had just been ignoring these because I didn't know how they worked, but this comment finally explained to me in detail, like, how you're actually supposed to read it. So, I don't know why I never really bothered trying to get any more, like, information on this. I know several people tried telling me, in the past that, hey, you need to get into trading, and I just kind of looked at the book here, and I didn't really understand how to read it. So that has been kind of taken care of now. So the way that this thing works is you buy the. Let's say you want to take tea, and tea is probably what I'm going to start transporting for this particular mission. Tea sells for, or you can buy it for 1,600 here at the Sage Hills, but I can sell it for 2,100 at the Dragon Cliffs, or I can sell it for just a little over 2,000 at Newport. And Serpent Isle, it also has a pretty decent price. That's like more than 300 extra coins. Yeah, it says over here, like, in profit. So I might want to look at everything else that we've got here. So there's water, which is interesting. Doesn't bring in a lot, but there are worse things to transport, I suppose. What about salmon? Yeah, hardly worth it. Wine? Yeah, I think this over here was like the big reason why I just kind of largely ignored the trading for the most part, was because in my experience, everywhere that I could transport to, it was either hardly worth taking at all, or it was a negative income. So I just stopped bothering with the book and just started taking missions. I know it annoyed a lot of people there for a while, but I mean, I guess I had like really crappy dice rolls or something, but medicine would not be a bad thing, really. Seafood. Huh, that can actually be a somewhat decent trade route between Sage Hills and Serpent Isle. It's a pretty easy sail, honestly. Then books, hardly even worth taking. Green tobacco. It's really expensive. You don't really get much in the way of profit. So I think what we're going to do is we're gonna take tea with us. So can I buy another one? No. So okay, here we go. The tea right here. I did just get done eating, so forgive me if my throat is a little wonky, but not much I can do about it. I do have a drink here with me. Okay, and one more thing I do want to buy is I'm finally going to get a broom. That way I can clean the boat while I'm out at sea. I can make it look a little bit prettier while I'm out and about. So, yeah, I believe the first course of action is going to be getting to the Dragon Cliffs. We're going to drop off this tea, and we're going to see if anything can be bought from the Dragon Cliffs and taken somewhere else. So, let's get underway. The wind is blowing not very favorably, but, I mean, when is it ever? This is me we're talking about. It wouldn't be one of my videos if the wind wasn't blowing unfavorably. So, let's just go ahead and get underway, and I don't know how much I'm going to leave in this video, though. I might leave in the entire thing, I might not. It largely depends on what all's going on. And it also depends on how late it starts to get. It's only like 7:20 at the time I'm recording this, so it's not like late, but it's still a little late to be starting a recording, especially if it's going to be like a longer one. Let's go ahead and raise up this. Oh yeah. And yeah, I've also got like a really big stockpile of fish here. I kind of sold a lot of stuff off screen because I was running out of supplies. Get out of my face, thank you very much. So, I think what the best course of action in this case would be is to sail like straight north and come back south through the northern entrance for the Dragon Cliffs. So we've got a bit of a sail ahead of us. But it gives me plenty of time to start stocking up on more fish, so... I've probably got plenty, but you know what? You can never have too much food. I don't think food expires in this, so... You know, I have to wonder, how do people get from one island to the other? There's just not a bridge or anything here, and I would assume people don't want to swim across that little channel. Mysteries, mysteries indeed. You know what could be kind of a good idea? Would be like a little basket thing you can put like your fish and stuff in, rather than having like just kind of spread them all around the deck and whatnot. Pull this in just a little bit more. There we go. Keep an eye on the wind. Wind's still blowing in the exact same direction, so... yeah. I could maybe catch some wind with the mainsail, but it's not going to be enough to really make any kind of difference. In fact, I probably wouldn't catch any wind. Okay, I'm obviously not catching anything, so let's just kind of mess around with the broom for a while. Get everything nice and cleaned off on the interior of the ship, at least. I believe this doesn't really serve any, like, real important function. It's just a way to kind of keep yourself occupied while you're out on the open ocean. You don't even have to, like, really click. You can just kind of drag the broom across the surface of whatever you're trying to clean off, and it'll automatically clean for you. Apparently I don't have to clean the ceiling, so that's good. So, pretty much ever since I got home, I've just been watching a lot of stuff on the Merchant Marines. I'm just kind of looking at how short of a life you really have to just kind of sit back and, you know, enjoy yourself. Life is fleeting. Life is short. And I don't want to be cooped up in northwestern Oklahoma every day for the rest of my life. I want to go out and I want to actually experience things. And the jobs that we have here really don't pay worth a crap. It's cheap to live in Oklahoma, but there's also not very good wages. So I've actually been looking at schools and stuff I can go to. It's not going to be in any near future that I try and attempt this, though. Like, it's not going to be any near future whenever I try and do this. I need to at least complete 7 jobs with this, or 7 years with this current job that I've got, which come August I'll be like halfway through with, because I'll have been here for 3.5 years at that point. Because 7 years is when you can finally pull out your retirement. And who knows, maybe I'll do like a full-on 10 years, that way I can say I did 10 years as a garbage man. Or, what's the technical term that they're actually calling us these days? I believe like sanitation technician or something like that is technically the correct term that we go by, but at the end of the day, I'm a garbage man. You can make it as fancy as a word as you want, but that's basically what we are at the end of the day. I only have 1 fishing hook left in that box. I should have sold that while we were back at Sage Hills, but oh well, never mind. At least the ship is looking nice and pristine. So long as you don't look at the outside. You can actually clean the outside if you want. It's tricky while you're moving, obviously, but I have seen some people, like, they'll actually, like, create, like, really interesting designs and stuff on the side of their ship. Unfortunately, it's not permanent. You have to continue doing it, like, every... I think in-game it takes about a week for your ship to get this dirty. Maybe a little bit less. But they don't stay very clean for very long. But again, it just kind of gives you something else to do while you're just out at sea. And I do like how you can go to the capital cities now, and there's like a dockyard that you can actually clean the ship like you would in real life. It's a little hit and miss with the controls. Okay, that was weird. My ship just like sent me flying to the bottom. Or sinking to the bottom, I guess, technically. Ha-ja, 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 ha-ja. Okay, you know, I think that's enough messing around. What the heck? Okay. Oh, I missed a spot there. So we are, I believe we're supposed to bring in about 500 coins for this. And this might be something that I start doing, is I start trying to make a trade circle going from the Sage Hills to the Serpent Isles to the Dragon Cliffs, and cleaning the ship off at the Dragon Cliffs, then heading back to the Sage Isle or the Sage Hills, and just kind of continuing on, depending on how it all goes. Because I believe like the more stuff you deliver, you know, the lower it goes in value. So you don't want to deliver too much, but at the same time, you want to try and find a good balance. Sooner or later, we need to start heading to the west. I couldn't remember if it was east or west, and head to Alanka. That way, we can like finally explore like all of the main archipelagos. And at some point or another, like in the far-off, distant future, we need to try and head to that other island that's like way off to the east. I can't remember the name of that archipelago right now, but apparently it's extremely difficult to find. Like, take this map that has, like, you know, all the different archipelagos and stuff, and then go further out east, and there's still, like, a map this size, or thereabout, but there's only, like, one island on it. It's not like this, where there's, like, several archipelagos and other islands just kind of scattered around. It's just one island. And from what I've seen of the island, it's extremely tiny. But that might be like the grand finale of the series or something. Oh, here we go. We finally got a bite. Wait a minute. Is that an eel? That is totally an eel. What in the world? Very interesting. Very, very interesting. And I still kept the hook. What do you know? I wonder if we can get 2 in a row. I think when we get to Dragon Cliffs, I might actually change out this front sail, because it makes turning very difficult, that I've noticed. And I could probably go with like a new look of the boat as well. You know, even though it's not... You don't have like any kind of shelter at all whatsoever without the roof. I think the roof actually makes you quite a bit heavier, so you can't go quite as fast as you can't pack quite as much on the ship. But who knows? We might actually start decorating like the back here or something. Be nice if I could get a bite, though. That'd be really nice. Oh, here we go. Unfortunately, it's not an eel, but we caught something at least. So I've actually been thinking about playing The Forest on the channel, because the Sons of the Forest has just come out, and I never really beat The Forest. I always just kind of played around to just like build stuff in The Forest. I never really got into the story or anything. I watched Markiplier's live streams of it like 2 years back or whenever it was, but I haven't really beaten the game myself. I think that's something I want to do, but I don't know if you guys want to see it like in live stream or videos of it. Let me know in the comments if you want to see like other games on the channel. I know Sailwind is like the big thing on the channel right now, but it could be fun to kind of mix things up a bit, you know. I need to start doing live streams of Skyrim. I think I'm going to do a live stream of Skyrim tomorrow on the 14th. Might not be a very long one. We'll have to see what's going on. But bare minimum, I'd like to at least get to High Hrothgar and, you know, do the whole Greybeards thing. And who knows, maybe we'll go back to American Truck Simulator at some point or another. It all depends. Oh, caught another fish. It's unfortunately not another eel. I guess it was too much to ask for anyway, but oh well. I mean, you know, to be fair, whenever I first did the live stream where I was going from Fort Astron to Happy Bay, I was catching eels, like, on the regular. And it was actually very surprising. Down you go and start cooking the fish. I'm just thinking about how bad this will smell after a while. Like, I'm not a big fish person, and I can't stand the smell of fish. But, like, this many fish, like, on board a boat, that would be absolutely terrible. I think even the strongest stomach would have some issues after a while. And I've got a strong stomach, you know. Let's not throw away a lot of the crap that I see on a day-to-day basis in my job as a garbage man. It's nothing to scoff at, that's for sure. Bare minimum, I think I might go ahead and start buying some tables and stuff. That way I can kind of put my tools and whatnot on tables and other things. Or maybe I should save the money and just do that whenever I get the bigger boat. Because I believe the first ship I'm going to try and save up for is going to be the Sandbuck. I could try the junk, but I'm not... I can't get behind the sails. I can't. Like, I know it's technically, like, the best ship in the game, but it just... personal taste and all that, I can't get behind it. I think the big thing is the sails. Like, these just... I like these types of sails, or the sails that you get in the Astron region. The sails here, I don't know. I don't like the way they look. I know it's very strange for me to be, like, picking on the sails of a boat of all things, but... I mean, it's just the thing. Everybody's got their own personal taste in everything, so I don't see a reason why this would be any different. The problem with these blue shimmer tails, I believe they cook the fastest. And the tuna and the eels, they finish like a lot later. So I gotta keep an eye on this one. Oh, there's the moon. Another game I kind of want to look into live streaming, because there's a sequel coming out for this game as well, is the Kerbal Space Program. I've actually been playing that a lot, like, in my own time, and I've been really enjoying it. I actually landed on the Moon for the first time in my life, off screen just today. It was a big accomplishment, but the ship that I landed on the Moon was, it ran out of fuel in orbit around the moon. So I've got to send, like, a rescue pod to try and save that Kerman. It's not an easy task. I mean, I know a lot of people just don't even bother trying to bring their Kerbals home, but I've got a lot of science on that vessel, and I want to get the science more than anything else. That's what I'm doing, by the way, is I'm just playing science mode. I'm not even going to attempt career, where you've got limited currencies and whatnot. I mean, I know technically it'd be like the more interesting thing to watch because you have to upgrade your buildings, you have to upgrade the, you've got to watch your finances, you've got to do certain missions and whatnot, but it's I've got a lot to learn in that game. I've never really landed on another uh, planetary body inside the Kerbal system, let alone one of the other planets. So, got a long way to go. Go ahead and turn this on. I think another investment that might be worth doing is buying like a bunch of hooks and whatnot, and kind of pimping out the ship a little bit, like placing all kinds of lights around and just illuminating this thing like a freaking Christmas tree or something. Oh, hello. These are done. These are done. Just kind of happened out of nowhere. And yes, I am just throwing them on the floor like that. But I just cleaned the floor, so it should be good. That's the way it works, right? 5-day rule. Kind of like the 5-second rule, only it's like 5 days. I guess I might as well go ahead and continue fishing, not like I've got anything else to do, so... We'll have like a giant pile of fish we can feast on. At least for a while. Yeah, I wonder if this is something that sailors actually do to this day, is fish while they're out at sea. Or while they're at port or whatever. I swear I've seen one video where there was a fishing pole on board, but... I mean, I would assume there wouldn't be any, like, laws against it or anything. I mean, it's just fishing at the end of the day, but... I know how picky people are these days about, you know, wildlife protection and all that. Which, I mean, you know, is fair enough. But at the same time, like, it's just fishing. I imagine that's probably when fish are best, like whenever they're just caught and grilled. At least saltwater fish, anyway. I'm not a fan of lake fish. I've never had saltwater fish, and I assume it probably tastes a lot better. Ah. Oh, well, I lost the hook on that one anyway, so I gotta drop the fishing pole. That's another tuna. Alright, well, we'll use up the last fishing hook on this one. There we go. Just kind of sell this box whenever we get to port. Let's get one more fish, put it on the grill, then we'll... When I say grill, it's technically a stove, but you get my point. We'll get one more fish, we'll put it on here, then we'll call it a night. I must have got really lucky with that eel, because I haven't caught another one since. And this is another blue shimmertail, I think. Maybe another tuna? But I think I see spikes on the back. Yeah. It's another blue shimmertail. Alright. Let's go and turn the light off. And call it a night. I will see you guys in the morning, or whenever we wake up at least. Okay, we just woke up in the middle of the night somewhere. Let's see how everything's doing. Up, the wind is like blowing, well, it's still kind of blowing in roughly the right direction, or same direction. We got most of our rest back. I can still hear like fire cackling in the stove. It's kind of weird. Just leave that there for now. Well, considering the fact we're going to have to go out quite a ways, then turn around and kind of angle back towards the Dragon Cliffs, I think I'm just going to go back to sleep and see where we wake up in the morning. Because I'm definitely going to have to tack. Sail way out, then come back. I was calling it tucking there for a while. I believe it's called tacking. Anyway, beautiful night sky, though. Beautiful. Even looking from the computer screen, I can definitely feel how small and insignificant I am. Yeah, I bet out at sea, the night sky is just absolutely breathtaking. Because there wouldn't be any light pollution or anything like that. The only lights would be from on board the ship, and ships actually turn pretty dark at night. They don't really have that many lights going on. Well, back to bed, I guess. Oh, good morning, everybody. How's the wind doing? Wind is still blowing in roughly the same direction, so let's just go ahead and turn with the wind. I believe that's a Serpent Isle over there. That over there would be Newport. That there is a smear on my screen I'm trying to get off. I believe that over there is Crab Beach on the right side of the screen. It's just so cool to see these islands out in the distance. Okay, come here, eel. Oh yeah, that's... Eels definitely worth getting if you can get lucky enough to catch them. Wind is kind of... That's not helpful. It's kind of blowing from the direction I need to be going in, but... I don't know what else I can do at this point. I was kind of hoping I'd have like enough of an angle where I could get, lower the main sail and catch some wind, but no, the wind isn't going to be blowing in a very good position for that, or a very good angle for that. That's annoying, but I mean, it's Sailwind. The wind is never on your side, so I guess it's to be expected at this point, really. Try and bring the sail in, try and catch as much wind as we possibly can. Not catching much more wind, but we're catching at least some. Well, bare minimum, we are heading in the right direction, and whenever you're trading, you don't have to worry about time limits or anything like that. So, there is that much at least. Okay, well, I will see you guys in a few minutes whenever we get a little bit closer to the Dragon Cliffs. Oh, hello. We're actually missing our turning point here. I was too busy watching YouTube while I was, you know, waiting for us to get to this point. Anyway, welcome back to the video. It's only been like a split second for you guys, but for me, it's been like 20 minutes or something like that. So yeah, we're almost to the Dragon Cliffs, finally. Get this thing cleaned off and finally make a decent profit with this tea, hopefully. We bought it for 1,600, a little over 1,600 whenever we got it, so I think we're supposed to make about maybe just under 600 in profit, so this should be good. Just my boneyard of fish here. Yeah, it's actually been a while since we've come in from this direction. We typically either, like, enter and exit through that entrance over there. I still want to know who built these things, though. Like, how did they build these, and how did they plunk them in the ground underneath the ocean? Because I'm going to assume these weren't part of the mountain, right? Like, somebody built these and intentionally put them here. Oh, maybe I'm just a moron. Who knows? Still good for rest, so I shouldn't need to rest until we get into port, which is fine by me. Unfortunately, I still can't really use the main sail. Which hacks me off, it's gotta be said. Turn this thing on. Now, I've got to remember not to get stuck on this rock out here in the middle of nowhere. I always get stuck on this rock whenever especially whenever I'm leaving. Whenever I'm coming in, it's not that big of a deal, but whenever I'm leaving, it always catches me, and it's annoying. Here. I still stand by what I said, by the way. Like, whenever it's raining, I should be able to grab this barrel and, like, put it out here somewhere and just let the rain kind of fill it up. Obviously, like, the emptier it is, the longer it's going to take to fill up, but I think you should be able to collect rainwater to kind of resupply your water supply. I wouldn't think that'd be a difficult thing to implement into the game either. I kind of feel like that'd be a pretty easy fix. But I'm not a game designer, so I don't know. Oh wow, we're already approaching like 40 minutes. It doesn't feel like it's been that long. I mean, for me, it's been even longer. Currently 8:10. It started around 7. So yeah, for me it's been like an hour. Maybe a bit more, a bit less. There's the lights of port. I don't think it matters which vendor you take it to. I think everybody's going to give you like the same price. Within margin, anyway. I also kind of feel like there shouldn't really be that much wind coming in through here, especially from the sides. From the south and from the north, sure, but from the sides, I think these cliffs would kind of block the wind quite a bit, but I'm not complaining. Probably just leave that on, honestly. Because looking at what you guys are going to be seeing, it's pretty gosh darn dark, so... A big thing I'd like to see added to this game, though, is a Steam Workshop. I think that's a definite thing that needs to be added, because it would just make the game so much better. Like, the creativity people come up with mods and stuff, it's insane. There's a game called Ravenfield that I've actually played a little bit in the past on the channel, and it's just like a simple, you know, first-person shooter, kind of Battlefield-inspired kind of thing, like Red versus Blue. By itself, it's nothing that special. I mean, yeah, it's a good game, but you play it for like a couple of hours, you've pretty much played, you know, all you're really going to see. But the amount of mods people have made for that game, it's really added on to the lifespan for Ravenfield, because it came out in like 2016, 2017, something like that. And at the time, it wasn't really anything that special. And this is before, like, the Steam Workshop became a thing. Yeah, you know, the game was good. I'm not saying it was a bad game or anything, but it wouldn't have lasted as long as it has if it wasn't for the Steam Workshop. And I keep turning off the light. I don't know why I keep doing that. I guess I'm just used to playing by myself. I don't know. I don't really keep the lights on whenever I'm playing by myself. I try and keep the lantern lights for as long as possible. Even though apparently these things actually sell pretty good here. Maybe I need to start, like, transporting lanterns from Fort Astron to the Dragon Cliffs. Because they apparently sell really good here. I actually need to check and see what my reputation is here. I assume it's got to be pretty good. Reputation. Yeah, it's nowhere near as good as Fort Ashland, because I was there for a heck of a long time, but... I think I'm actually just going to sell this into the dock area here. Get it cleaned off and sell our stuff whenever daytime comes. Okay, now I think I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. Probably start lowering this, to be honest. Okay, it works for me. Just going to turn the ship inward so we don't crash into the docks. Can I make this jump? I'm not optimistic, but I did. Alright. Let's get this thing cleaned off. Clean the hull, thank you very much. And for now, go ahead and... I'll just see you guys in the morning. How's that sound? Alright, good morning, everybody. First things first, let's go ahead and sell our stuff here. Tea first. Get out of the way. Okay, so 2,186. Just want to make sure I'm going to get the same price no matter where I go. 186, 186, 186. Okay, yeah, it looks like I'm going to get the same price anywhere I go. Alright. So yeah, that brought us up quite a lot. Oh, yes. And we can just sell the fishing hooks anywhere we want, really. Okay, so first things first, what I want to do is, well, second thing second, I guess, is I want to change this sail. Except I wasn't paying attention. Okay, so short Genoa. Yeah, let's just go ahead and remove that. Wait, why is this one red? Is it because of the region that I'm in? That might actually be it. It's only going to cost 48. I'm actually kind of curious now. Can I... First off, let's get the square. That's actually kind of cool. Yeah, I don't like those, though. Other... Definitely want to have that down. Let's go for another. Do I want to add that just for a bit of extra flavor? Could be worth it, I suppose. Other straight sails. assuming I probably still can't add anything here. Oh, maybe. Let's go for... It's going to cost $11.37 though. Ooh. That's annoying. I could get some serious speed like this though. Okay, I guess just remove that then. Fine, whatever. It's... At the same time, I kind of feel like this would catch the most wind, though. I mean, it's hard to turn, sure, but... Wait, what? What do you mean they can't be installed? Well, fine, screw you then. I'll just pretend that never happened then. Stupid game. Alright, so there's one thing I wanted to check out first before we call it a video. Which was the trading stuff over here. Yeah, so all negatives. Can make a tiny bit of profit with coconuts. That's all negatives. Can make some income with tuna. Water, not really worth it. Rum. Serpent Isle, I can make one single coin in profit. Wine, not worth it. Pork, no, yeah, no, there's no profits there at all whatsoever. Actually, bananas. So I can buy them... So yeah, I can actually make a pretty decent profit just from going from Sage Hills to Serpent Isle. Because I can take bananas to the Sage Hills, and I can take tea to Serpent Isle. So that's a good, easy back and forth bit profit-making thing. Route, I guess. Unless I read that wrong. Hang on. No, no, that's a profit. Okay. Not quite as good as I originally thought, but what about gyms? No. I don't think I'm gonna have to worry about gyms like anytime soon at all whatsoever. How about eel? So I can buy eel at Crab Beach and sell it at Serpent Isle for a... Actually, I can sell it at Newport for a decent income. What about grain? Nowhere really buys grain for that much of an income. I mean, yeah, I can bring it in from Newport and sell it at the Dragon Cliffs for 300. Not really worth it in the long run, though. Okay, so I can buy medicine from Sage Hills. That's the cheapest. Then I can sell it... Yeah, it looks like Newport would be the best option. Okay. What about seafood? Can't really take it from the Dragon Cliffs. But if I were to go to Crab Beach, buy some here, then go to Newport, it's not much of an increase, but it's at least something. What about goods? So, okay, going to Sage Hills, it provides like an additional 134, so it's not terrible. But anywhere else, it's not really worth it. Books. Books really are not worth trading at all whatsoever by the looks of it. Because they don't really bring in like a profit anywhere. Okay, what about... I can't do white tobacco here, okay. Okay, but green tobacco I can pick up from the Sage Hills and bring to... Looks like just the Dragon Cliffs. And even then it's only worth like 300 something. I mean, I could technically take it to Serpent Isle, but it's not really going to be worth doing. What about black tobacco? Ooh, okay, here's a good thing we can pick up from the Dragon Cliffs. We could take black tobacco to Crab Beach and make an additional 300 coins. Okay, what about brown tobacco? Okay, I'm understanding how this works now. So, I think we've got a system going on here. I need a map, really. So, starting from Sage Hills, we can take tea, among some other things, to either the Dragon Cliffs or Serpent Isle. From Serpent Isle, we can take bananas down to the Sage Cliffs. From the Sage Cliffs, we can go back up to the Dragon Cliffs. From the Dragon Cliffs, we can... Let me just double check this. From the Dragon Cliffs, we can go back down to the... Yeah, we can go back down to the Sage Hills, but the best place to go would be Crab Beach. Then from Crab Beach, we can go up to Newport for quite a bit of stuff. Okay, yeah, I think I know how this works now. Gotcha. Um, that might come in a live stream at some point, or I might just do a lot of that off screen. That will have to remain to be seen, unfortunately. But I'm going to go ahead and cut the video here. I'm going to restock the ship. And I think for now, you know, maybe we'll do it in a live stream in the not too distant future. But I'm just gonna start doing like some circuits around the Emerald Archipelago, and we will hopefully build up a pretty decent income. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, leave a comment. If you want to see more of this, please subscribe, because I am planning to have more on the way. And I will see you guys next time. So until then, take care of yourselves, and bye-bye.